I'm Deslyn Leyland, and I remember when I was a little girl, my mum asked me, what would you like to be? She always called me Des, you know. And I says, Mom, really, I don't know, but what will be, will be. And about 11 and a half years old, my mum sent me off to a boarding school. And I was there for about 2.5 years, 3 years. And then when I finished boarding school, my mom sent me to college. And from college to technical colleges and then universities. And then I think myself, I was a bright girl. And then after finished colleges, universities, I started teaching. And I find myself with a lot of skills. I'm just a bookworm, really. I never stopped. I'm a singer, I'm an actress, and I'm everything, really. And after passing out, my tutor said to me, Des, would you like to teach in this college? And I says, yes, that's a good thing for me. And after finishes college, my sister went off to England, and about a year later she sent for me, and I went to the college for about 2.5 years again, and I did my training in Worcester as a staff nurse. Then I turned to different directions, from one college, from one hospital to the next. I got married and I have 5 children. And I grew up, I worked so hard to look after these children. Then I was going on very nicely. And after many years in hospital, I thought, well, this load was too hard for me. I go from one hospital to the next, and I find it very hard. And in 1991, I left off to Spain to do some languages, and then I came back to England. After I came back to England, I took a different direction again. I went to Alderley Edge School and I taught for 5.5 years. I did nursing, I did teaching, I'm aromatherapist. From aromatherapist to a counsellor, a social worker. I covered the whole area in Cheshire. And I thought, well, that is getting too much for me at this moment in time. And then I half-load from one hospital to the next. And then I thought, well, I was getting older, and I find that, again, this work was too hard for me. I went on to a social worker, which they sent me around the country, and that was my job until I felt that that was enough for me. And with me being like a little girl, I was always the person who loved Jesus, and Jesus always tell me what to do. Jesus is my friend. And after I finished this hard working, I sat at home one day and I spoke to Jesus, and he told me what to do. I went to bed one night and I had this vision, and the vision was, get up and do some writing. I got up and I've written in this book, and the next morning I didn't know what was it all about. And I thought, well, what is this, Lord? Is this my vision, or is this my path? Because I'm tired of working. Well, I sat down and I started mulling about it, and I managed to suss this song out. And after I sussed the song out, I put a melody to it, and I got it out the way I wanted. And I thought, yes, is this Lord? Is this my vision? And he says, yes, follow your vision, follow your path, instead of mulling about it. And this is where I've come to now. I thought, well, after my hard working, and I've done everything I did in my career, from one job to the next, from one skill to the next, I just sat at home and started to write. And I had a lovely son, a wonderful son. I mean, I've had 4 sons, but he's the youngest of the 4. And this young man here, Lyndon, is his best friend. And he came to visit me, and we sat down and we was talking about music, and he was telling me about his job. And he says, all right, Des, I'm going to get you a studio. And he did got me the studio, and all my friends came down to what do you call it now? All my friends came down to
Nursery Lane Studios.
Yes, and they found me at Nursery Lane Studio. And they sat down and they says, oh, well done, Deslyn, what are you going to do? And I says, well, I'm going to record this song. Well, I managed to record it with my daughter Julianne and Kalisha. And obviously I found it a real sweet song. And I thought, well, yes, this is really unique, because I've never made a song before. And I managed to make this song. And I sat about and mulling. I gave it to my daughter. And she says, Mommy, I don't have time to take this off. You go and take it off yourself, because you can do that. Well, this is my dream, and I'm hoping to follow my dream. So, this is it, and I am going to pursue it as far as it takes me. I will go. I am not afraid. I'm an active body. I sing in the theater. I act in the theater. I sung in churches, so I'm never afraid of taking off anything. I'm a bright girl. I'm a brave girl, and this is it.
Please wait. Just one moment.